All right, day 16, magic and miracles in health. All right, this is Project Gratitude, Jonathan here. And just to be completely honest, I'm sorry guys, I haven't updated this as often as I'd like. This past weekend was real hectic for me. Not an excuse, but I just didn't have time to do it. And also, I just wanted to point out one thing. In my last video, I talked about being grateful for something that you may not be happy about, or maybe even something you resent. And that, for me, the hardest person was to be grateful for my aunt, who, or Bridget's aunt, who lives with us. And man, it was tough. And something happened over the weekend where we got into an argument. But I am able to say honestly and openly that I am grateful for her for teaching me a big lesson. And that lesson is to speak up for myself and to believe in myself, because through our argument, through our conversation, and just our interaction, I realized that as much as, I guess, how do I put this? I guess as much as other people want to say stuff to me and attack my own character, I know who I am, and I no longer need to listen to these people. And if they're unwilling to listen or compromise with me, I'm able to speak up my feelings, and whether they listen or not is up to them. But now I know I can speak up and I have a voice. So that was really big for me, because a lot of times I felt like, you know, maybe it's my fault, maybe I'm doing something wrong, but in this situation, I knew that I did the best that I could, and I'm putting in an effort. And if the other party is not willing to compromise, there's nothing else I can do. So I went through that this whole weekend, and it was pretty crazy. But now, today, we're going to talk about health again. And I know there was, I think in day 3 or day 4, we talked about the miracle of just health. Now we're going to talk about the magic and miracles in health again, but a little bit differently. You know, because there's a lot of people out there, you know, myself included, where health is very important, and we've been, you know, we might at some point in time be diagnosed with an illness or an ailment. Some people have cancers and whatnot, and what we typically do is we figure this thing out, and then it's scary, and then we start researching it, and then when we start researching it, all these other symptoms come up, and you're like, oh my god, am I going to get that? Am I going to get that? And then out of fear, we try to stay away from everything, but then ultimately, because we're so afraid of the symptoms or what's going to happen, it actually happens, because that fear energy is so much stronger, and that's the energy we're putting out to the universe, and thus what we're receiving. So today's topic is about being grateful for your health and gaining the health, the ideal state of health that you want to be at. Okay, and it's a real simple 3-step process. Now I know I can hear it already. A lot of people are saying, well, how can you be grateful when you're sick, you're not feeling well, everything's down, your stomach hurts, your head hurts? I know it's tough to be grateful for that, you know, health when you feel like you don't have it. So that's why this 3-step process is going to kind of guide you through it. You know, the first step is health you've received, or the past, right? Just remember all the awesome health that you've received in your past since you were a child. You know, remember those times when you're just full of energy, you're vibrant and running around on the playground and having fun with your friends, or when you're an adolescent, going out and hanging out, parties, all that good stuff, right? And you don't even think, you were invincible at that time. You can freaking drink kegs and you'd be fine, right? Drink a whole bottle and you'd be great the next morning. You know, and think about those times, and really think about 3 specific times when you really just felt like super healthy, super alive, super passionate, totally engaged in everything, like just alive, right? 3 times in your life, any time in your life, and just say thank you, thank you, thank you, you know, for those times, right? And really just embrace those moments, right? The second step is health you're continuing to receive, okay? And that's in the present, you know? So now you got to think about, once again, the health that you have today. Your arms, your legs, you're able to breathe. You have all these organs that are working for you right now. And you are able to, your stomach's digesting, your lungs are breathing, and all these different things are happening all at once. So be grateful for those parts of you that are actually working, and just, once again, choose 5 functions of your body that are working well and one by one say thank you to them. You know, so you can say thank you to my eyes for being able to see. Thank you for my mouth and my tongue for being able to speak. Thank you for my hands and fingers for listening to me while I wiggle them. You know, things like that. And be really grateful for those, and you'll start to see more things that you're thankful for. And then finally, step 3 is the health you want to receive. So think about the ideal state you want to be in. Whether it's just being really fit and lean, maybe it's gaining muscle weight, maybe it's losing weight, getting to that slim figure that you've always wanted. Or maybe you just, you know, you've been sick, you've had this cough, or your head's hurting, or hey, you may be diagnosed with a serious illness. And think of the ideal state you want to be in, whether it's recovering from these illnesses or just getting to that weight that you want. And act as if you've already been healed. Act as if you're already in that ideal state. Imagine and visualize, what would you be doing? Would you take a walk in the park, the beautiful green park, or would you be swimming in the ocean, or hiking up a mountain, or just running around with your kids or your family or your friends? You know, and just be grateful and say thank you for returning me to this presence, to this just fully aware, happy, healthy state, right? And just really feel that within you, right? And that's the third step, and to focus on being healthy. Don't focus on the stuff that you're going to read on the internet that's going to tell you how bad life is, and oh, if you have this disease, this is all the stuff that's going to happen to you, because you start thinking, oh man, if other people had this, then I must have it too, and then it's what happens. So let's focus on being healthy, being positive, and stay grateful, stay healthy, stay happy, and I will definitely be putting up another video tomorrow. Back on track, okay? Thank you guys. Talk to you then.